Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scott Peterson. I'm Mr. Baker's spokesperson, and it's great to be here. And I think they chose me to be MC because I talk fast, and we need to get out of here quickly. So before we begin, I just want to acknowledge a couple people that are going to be speaking in the itinerary today. First, we're going to have remarks from Deputy Chief Administrative Officer Mark McGaugh, and then Sheriff Melvin High, Police Chief Hank Sawinski, Maryland Park Police Chief Stan Johnson. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge a couple other folks in the audience. We do have with us Department of Corrections Director Mary Lou McDonough, Fire Chief Benjamin Barksdale, Homeland Security Deputy Director Shar Flattery, and Maryland, and then representing the municipal police chiefs from the city of Bowie, John Neske. Thank you, John. Thank you, John, for joining us. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up Mr. Baker's Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety, Mark McGaugh.
Thanks, Scott. And I too will be quick. Of course, we picked the hottest day of the year so far, but that's okay. It could be raining. Anyway, good morning. Groundbreakings are challenging because try to project what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you an image of what we're trying to do. But this indoor firearms range is a $46 million state-of-the-art facility, and that's what we want to talk about today. Half of this facility will be used and dedicated for traditional firearms training, which is a key point in law enforcement. But what I'm excited about is the other half of this facility. And there's a picture up here about the tactical village that shows a little bit what we're talking about. When you're talking about firearms training, the mechanics is one piece. The other piece is tactics. And that's what we'll be able to train here is judgmental shooting and tactics that will keep people alive. It's an opportunity for us to teach officers how to stay out of fatal situations. So that's what I'm excited about this facility. The other piece I wanted to talk about just for a minute, and it's on the far end over here. This firearm range is just the first part of a much larger facility. This piece of ground is the old Dilly Farm, and it's 132 acres. And with Mr. Baker's support, we're going to take all of it for public safety. This will be the Prince George's County Public Safety Training Facility. The indoor range is the anchor, but the Fire Academy will be here, the Police Academy will be here, the Department of Corrections will have a facility here, the Sheriff's Department, Park Police. We'll do all of public safety training at this facility. It's a $100 million investment on behalf of Mr. Baker and the council, and for that I want to thank him. And the last thing I want to talk about is Mr. Baker's investment in public safety. First of all, infrastructure, projects that have been completed or in progress. It's over $400 million in the pipeline right now. Some of those facilities, you all know, District 7, 3 firehouses, police headquarters, the Emergency Operations Center, Public Safety Pier, work release facilities, are just to mention a few. But Mr. Baker has also invested in the personnel in public safety. Over his tenure, and including the 2018 budget that just started in July, number of new sworn positions in the police department, 945. New sworn positions in fire EMS, 445. New positions in corrections, 272. And new positions in the Sheriff's Department, 60. This type of commitment, I've grown up here. As you know, I've spent 32 years on a police department, the last 2 now in Mr. Baker's office. There has never been this type of commitment from a county executive. It's unprecedented in Prince George's County. So I just wanted to take this opportunity just for a second to thank him for his personal commitment to the safety of our community and the safety of public service in the county. Thank you.
Sheriff High.
Good morning, Mr. Baker. certainly to the members of our public safety team gathered here, and to all of the guests, and certainly through our media, to our citizens of our great county. The groundbreaking for this new public safety training facility is the beginning of a new era in preparedness for Prince George's County. Every bit of training for public safety personnel is important, but none more so than the safe and appropriate handling of firearms. This new facility will permit more opportunity and options for that critical training using static and dynamic exercises. Real-life training scenarios assist in developing officers' understanding of threats. With greater practice and training, officers are better prepared to interpret and approach threats, ensuring the safest response for the first responder and the community they serve. We know experience matters. When people are confronted with dangerous situations, the new capabilities of this training facility will permit officers to receive the experience necessary during training exercises that are taught by qualified staff beforehand to respond best in those moments when it matters most. Officers and deputies will also receive training and practical experience with a full range of less lethal tools, in addition to the firearms training. The added capabilities of this facility will improve public safety, improve the judgment of first responders, and improve state-of-the-art training for real-world experiences. While unthinkable in our local community, law enforcement officers must anticipate and train for the horrific acts we witness around the country and the world all too frequently. Terror attacks, school shootings, suicide bombers, etc., to keep our communities safe from these unspeakable tragedies. We will be better equipped and more prepared than ever due to the additional and improved training capabilities that are coming to Prince George's County. I've looked forward to this for a number of years from my time in the police department, and so that's becoming a reality. So thank you, Mr. Baker, again for that. I offer my congratulations to Mr. McBride, who dedicated so much time and planning to move this project forward, and especially to our county executive, Mr. Baker, for his vision and leadership for funding this much-needed facility. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, Sheriff High. Chief Stawinski.
Well, good morning. I appreciate everybody being brief so I can spend the whole 45 minutes talking about this facility. You know, Will Rogers once said, it's okay to be on the right track, but if you just sit there, sooner or later, you're going to get run over. My family has been a part of this institution, the Prince George's County Police Department, for 62 years. My father led our union because he was worried about the safety of our police officers, and I have the privilege of being the chief of police thanks to our county executive and Chief McGaw's decision to appoint me. We've always had the very best people on the Prince George's County Police Department, and I know that because I grew up with them. What we haven't always had are the very best facilities, world-class facilities. Men and women who have served this agency over the years have done their very best with what they had to work with and provided tremendous service. And all of that changed when Mr. Baker became the county executive. Under Chief McGaw's leadership, and now continuing under mine, this agency will have the finest facilities, and that puts them in a position to protect themselves and, most importantly, to protect the public and to be effective. This is the most progressive, the most effective. Our 1,700 members are going to take full advantage of this, and they can continue to grow and become more sophisticated doing what they do day in and day out. I'm very proud of the Prince George's County Police Department. I'm very proud of public safety. This makes us all better. And again, world-class facilities for public safety in Prince George's County. Those who are seeking a career in law enforcement need look no further than here to find the finest training and the finest men and women who do this job anywhere in the country. So with that, I'll say again, thank you, Mr. County Executive. Thank you, Mr. McGaw, and good morning.
Thank you, Chief Stawinski. Maryland Park Police Chief Stan Johnson, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
First, let me say good morning to everyone. County Exec Baker, Chief McGaw, Sheriff High, Chief Stawinski, and Chief Neski in the audience. All of you here today from the public safety community. Today is a great day for law enforcement in Prince George's County. And I first must thank County Exec Baker, who put his money where his mouth was. He's really committed to public safety and the educational system here in Prince George's County. You have to be commended for fulfilling your obligation. I really appreciate it. And not only that, you thought about more than just the county police and the sheriff's department. You thought about the municipalities here. And I'm excited about this facility. I'm excited that the Park Police will continue our training with the county police. Currently, our training facility has been in use for firearms over 30 years as a joint facility with the Prince George's County Police and the Park Police. It's very functional, but now we're going into the 21st century where we need to be. And the citizens of Prince George's County deserve it. The law enforcement community within Prince George's County deserves the best training facilities we can have. And today's a great day. It's a great start. I'm excited about it. I look forward to hearing more about it. And I'm even more excited about the components that are being added, not only firearms, but the tactical village, and also the driving component. We're actually going to be one of the best law enforcement training facilities in the nation and probably the world when it's all done. And we should applaud for that. And again, I just want to say thank you. We're excited about the project. Look forward to continuing our partnership here in Prince George's County. It's a law enforcement community and a partnership with all the municipal agencies. And I'm sure Chief Neski will agree with me on that everyone is a partnership in public safety, and we're going to do our best to serve the citizens of Prince George's. They're deserving of what we're providing them at this point. And again, thank you so much, and everyone have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Johnson. And our last speaker of the morning needs no introduction, Prince George's County Executive Rashawn Baker.
Okay, somebody did this on purpose, so I'd have to move it to say that I'm short, right? Scott told me to be brief. I am. I want to start off by just, thanking Chief Johnson for his remarks and for being the new member on the team. Can we give him a round of applause? He's done a great job. And I think he hit the tone right away. This is not just about the Prince George's Police Department, but this is about law enforcement and public safety throughout. It's great to have Mary Lou and Shaw here. That's important. And our municipal police. This is something that we've spent a lot of time talking about when we were building the Prince George's County Public Safety Department. But before I go, and I just want to thank, if we can, Wayne McBride for doing a phenomenal job. Can we give him a round of applause? You know, and Chief McGaw, or Mark McGaw, I still call him Chief. When we came in, and Sheriff High knows this, the three of us, we sat down and talked about what public safety as a whole should look like in Prince George's County, and how do we get in front of the things that were happening in the county at the time. And part of the discussion was not just about having more men and women out there, but giving them the tools to be trained and to take on whatever occurs in this county. And so we took the first part, which was really how do we get more classes? And then the second part was how do we build facilities that fit and honor the men and women we asked to go out there and protect us. This is just part of it. This is part of what we talked about. This is a promise that we made at the very beginning to the people of Prince George's County, and we're delivering on it. When I came into office, and Sheriff High and I ran together, and we both said it. We said we were going to put our priorities in the things that are going to make Prince George's County great. And they were public safety and education. And I think if you look at what we have done, the sheriff, myself, Angela Alsobrook, State's Attorney's Office, what we have done in terms of our priority and funding, we've done that. And so this is just another point where we come and say to the men and women and to the people of Prince George's County, it's a great day for us, it's a beautiful day in Prince George's County, and a hot day. God bless.
Thank you, sir. That'll conclude our speaking program. The principals who are going to be doing the groundbreaking will move over there if cameras want to move that way. And then after we do the groundbreaking, Mr. Baker and other principals will be available for any questions from the media. Thank you again, everyone, for coming today, and we'll get over to the groundbreaking.
I think that's a great idea. Where are you?
Right in the center, sir.
It looks so perfect. Don't want to mess it up. I know. When you did good, man. Oh, thanks, Martin. Yes. There you. I know. I'm glad. You rolling up sleeves? You're good. You're a professional. Mr. Baker's going to skip the helmet. So. Yeah, it's a little warm out here. Don't injure yourself.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do the traditional 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna toss the dirt. So shovels in the ground for me, if you would. All right, everyone, grab a shovel full of dirt. Lift it up for me. And on 3, 1, 2, and 3.
All right, Chris.
Everyone got it? Great, congratulations.
Oh, one more.
One more? All right, you can do one more.
Mike, hang on a second. Chris is representing the fire chief.
Okay.
Oh, over here. We're doing this. All right, this one we all throw over our left shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Very carefully.
Get creative, guys. On 3, guys. 1, 2, and 3. Everyone happy? All right. Awesome. Now, congratulations. Woo!